did you go through a heartbreak?
You're Anuv, right? I love your music. Sometimes whenever I'm getting pictures clicked, I'm smiling more than they are.
Did you ever think that maybe I should go to a reality show?
Right before lockdown, I decided and realized that I want to do music full time now. देखो देखो कैसी बातें यहाँ की है साथ पर है साथ ना भी क्या इतनी आसान है
देखो देखो कैसी बातें यहाँ की. If you are also humming these tunes, then we have Anuv Jain with us. This is Sana Farzeen and welcome to India Today. Anuv, how are you feeling?
Sana, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Secondly, I'm really sorry about the delay. There was a lot of traffic. And thirdly, I'm extremely happy. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm really happy about it.
But tell me, Anuv, like how has life changed and how are you like enjoying all this love coming your way?
It's brilliant. I love it. I think over the last few years, life has literally taken a full 180, and things have just been crazy, man. And all the love that's pouring in, especially the last few months, like in the last couple of months, because of the tour that was going on, it's just been insane. I never thought that, every time we do something crazy, it feels like that's the upper limit, and then something else happens, and we're just in awe of, how much love there is amongst people, and it's just amazing.
You rightly mentioned the tour. Please take us. How was the experience of traveling over India and just performing for your fans?
It was amazing. I've done this before, like once back in 2021, but that was now it feels like it was such a smaller scale version of what we did right now. This one was insane, man. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of people in every city singing each and every line, every word with me. All the things that they made for me, meeting them afterwards, like, after all the shows and all. It was so overwhelming. I think it's going to take me like a few months to just, process whatever has happened. It's been incredible, and I just want to thank everybody for coming.
And tell me, which city was the best?
I can't really pinpoint like one city because I think every city brought with it something very beautiful. For example, I did a show in Ludhiana, which was my first show in Ludhiana. That's my home city. That's where I'm from. And I had my mom there watching me live for the very first time. My grandparents were there watching me live for the very first time. So that was a very beautiful moment for me. Yesterday I did my biggest show ever, like a solo biggest show ever in Mumbai. We literally sold out an entire indoor stadium yesterday. So that had, what a finale that was. Just the first show in Delhi was amazing because the love that they gave me for the very first show and the amount of energy that they had was unmatched. So every show had its own beautiful moments. So I can't really pinpoint like one city.
Okay, and tell me, 2018 you released your first song, Baarishein.
Yes.
Tell me, if you look back, how has that journey been for you?
I think it's been a very sweet journey. Obviously, it's had its ups and downs. Everybody has that. But in hindsight, it's a journey that I would take like probably a million times if I had to once again. Because 2018 was not the best time for me. Like during those few years were not the best for me. I was really struggling when it came to, where I was in my career and what did I want to do in my life as well. So full existential crisis was going on, during that time. But now looking back at it, I think I got out of it, and I got out of it in a very graceful way, I feel. Because where we are right now is probably every artist's dream.
Absolutely.
And I get to live a part of it, and I'm just so humbled and I'm so grateful that has happened. So.
Now tell me, like when your songs go viral, like how do you react to it, and what was the first moment that you felt, okay, I may be doing something right in my career?
Honestly, like people might not understand this, but not a lot of my songs have actually gone viral. It's always been like this slow growth. I've seen that song go from 0 to 100 to 1000 to million and to like whatever number. So it hasn't really been like, oh, ekdam se ho gaya. So, but virality is something that is very new to me. It just happened last year because I have this song, it's called Gul, and that became like really popular because of this one line, this is Toote Maka. But that became popular for all the wrong reasons because it became like a funny thing, even though the song is really sad and really melancholic in a way. So that was really sad. But right now I just released a song called Husn about a month and a half ago, almost a month ago. And that song became like really viral for all the right reasons, because people realize that this is something, it's about situationships, and people realize that this is something that everybody's going through and so many people are going through. And I think that's the reason why they could connect to it. And that's the reason why it became viral. It's, I think, currently number 2 or number 1 in the country right now. which is just, it blows my mind. So I think that was the kind of virality that I was looking for, and that made me really happy because this was the right way of, you know, like a song becoming viral. So
and that's my favorite song. Like,
I love
for
that.
sure.
It's my favorite song as well, honestly.
But tell me if you can remember, like, when was that first fan moment that you experienced?
So I was near my house and there's like this McDonald's there, okay? And I was with a friend of mine and we entered that restaurant. And this one girl just like she was exiting and I was entering and she just like looked up to me and she's like, "You're Anuv, right? I love your music." And I think that was the first time that somebody like recognized me on, you know, like in public, and they said that they really like my music. I think I had like a couple of songs out back then. Baarishein, I think, was there. So that's the reason why she said it. And I really remember that. It was really cool.
Sweet. But tell me, of course, because this entire experience of getting popular, virality, everything is new for you. Like, how do you deal with this success?
See, I keep on saying this like to people that I feel that this came to me at a much later stage in life, even though I don't look like it. I am 28 right now. So I think I could handle it much better. If it happened to me when I was 16, 17, then probably, you know, it would have like messed with my head a bit. But I think I'm being able to handle it like properly. Obviously, it does get overwhelming because for one person to handle like millions of people listening to their music, millions of people you have to connect to and all of those things, it does become difficult because I handle my social media. I see everything that's going on. I still handle everything. Then nobody has access to anything. So if you see a comment, if I've replied to a comment, it's me, trust me. So it does get overwhelming, but I think I'm being able to manage. I love meeting people. I'm very happy whenever I meet people. Sometimes whenever I'm getting pictures clicked, I'm smiling more than they are. So it's just the way it is.
Wow. But also tell me, because you know this, how this industry works, this is not permanent. Of course, it comes and goes.
Of course, yes.
Do you give that a thought that maybe tomorrow the flowers may stop coming, as they say?
See, yes, of course. As a person in any industry, you have to understand that you have to secure yourself. Because anything and everything might just have its, you know, like final thing as well. Like it could end. So, but there are a few things that I'm trying to do. First of all, making songs that can last, you know, for decades and people would like to listen to them. So that would obviously secure my future. The other thing that I'm trying to do is that whatever I earn, I try to invest. I try to be as careful as possible with the money that I'm earning. I'm not spending or splurging money, you know, like unnecessarily on all the fancy things that I can. I'm trying to really secure and safeguard my life and the future of my family as well. So that's something that I'm trying to do. And at the same time, you also have to have certain amount of optimism and trust that, okay, you've had a career that spanned 4 years now. So try to keep working hard. अभी तो ऐसा लगता है कि हमने शुरू किया है. There's so much that's there to be done.
Of course.
So it's obviously, there's a lot more to be, you know, accomplished. But we're trying to put in all the pieces that we can for maybe, you know, once I hang my boots and I say that, okay, I don't want to do music anymore probably.
But Anuv, take us back to how musical journey started for you.
Yeah. So I've been singing since I was a kid.
Okay.
I've never taken proper formal training, which I feel that I'm very, as much as people say, oh, naturally gifted or whatever it is, I feel that that's a very bad thing. I should have probably trained, you know, like my vocals and all of those things back when I was a kid. Ab time nahi milta utna zyada jitna pehle tha. So hopefully maybe I'll get to it one day. I started playing the guitar when I was 16, and I think since I was singing and I was playing the guitar, songwriting came very naturally. So I started writing songs. I used to write in English primarily in the beginning, and then, you know, somebody recommended that why don't you try writing in Hindi, and that was the best suggestion I guess I could have gotten because I was very good at it. So I started writing in Hindi, and then, you know, I started writing a few songs, started becoming popular in the school, like, and when I released them in college, became a little more popular. And then back just a couple of days before the lockdown, I mean, I was working before that, like, I had started working in a job, and then I eventually went to the family business after college. But right before lockdown, I decided and realized that I want to do music full time now. Because the songs that I had just released as a hobby had started gaining a lot of traction and started gaining a lot of views, and had become big enough. So I thought that I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So I got into music, I shut everything down, and I got into music, and this is where we are right now. It's been 4 years since I've been doing this now.
And because you write your own songs, Anu, like, have you figured out that you want to sing only your songs, or are you open to maybe singing someone else's words?
No. I have always been a person who wanted to write my own songs and sing my own music. Even when nobody knew who I was, back when I was in school, I never really did a lot of covers. I always just sang original songs. हालांकि तब अलग बात थी, तब लोगों को आते नहीं थे गाने, तो तब सब ऐसे थोड़ा blankly मेरे को देखते थे कि क्या गा रहा है. But now people know the songs, and I think the songs have become very big and like big enough that I can do these shows and people, like I said, are singing each and every word, each and every line. So why go back? Why not just sing your own songs?
And how do you react when people sing your covers now?
I love it. I am like always in awe of how talented people are. Sometimes mom and I laugh about the fact that मेरे में इतना talent नहीं है जितना मेरे listeners में और audience में. So I too love it. People do so many things with these songs. The kind of the ways they cover it, they paint over it, and like they dance over it, and it's just so much that happens. I love it. Please keep doing it.
Tell me, Anuv, did you ever think that maybe I should go to a reality show and just put up my talent there?
Nah, not really. Not really. The thing is that it's actually I've never really considered myself to be like a pure singer. I've always thought of myself as a songwriter first.
Oh, okay.
So since I don't consider myself to be a singer, तो ये reality shows में जाके गाना गाना doesn't really make sense for me. Especially since I don't even do covers, I sing my original songs. So it just doesn't fit with the kind of things that I want to do. It's probably an opportunity that I'm missing out on, but it's an opportunity cost that I'm willing to let go of. It's not really a problem.
And a lot of people keep asking, like, did you go through a heartbreak? What makes you write these songs?
Haven't we all gone through a heartbreak? Like, I don't know why people ask me this question. Everybody's gone through a heartbreak in their lives. And maybe I've just gone through a lot more, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, everybody has.
But was that the push that kind of gave birth to these songs?
See, every song that I've written so far have stories. Like, they have stories. But people don't understand is that the heartbreak is not just mine. I have written songs for like my family as well. I've written songs for my friends as well. Like from their perspective. So these are not just my own stories. These are stories of the people who are around me. So that's how it is. And it's not just about romantic heartbreaks. There is a lot more depth and a lot more stories that are there in the song. So yeah, there's a lot. A few of them are about heartbreaks. And yeah, they are from my own life. There are a lot of songs about love as well. Like falling in love as well is also a theme that I have in my music. And I fall in love too. So yeah, it's a mix of all of these things.
But Anuv, do you want to like stick to this soul-stirring genre, or are you open to maybe doing something else, or do you realize that this is where you maybe suit the best?
See, this is just what naturally comes to me. I don't dance. I don't want to write dance music. I am a person who's like constantly brooding, and I'm just like rarely excited about things. I'm just like this sad person who sits at home, boring person who sits at home on a Saturday night and watches like his anime or documentaries. I am not that outgoing. So that is not the kind of music that comes to me either. I'm somebody who wants to sit at home, look outside the window, look at the moon and listen to like some beautiful poetry. That's who I am, right? So if that is the kind of a person that I am, then that is the kind of music that I'm going to give out as well. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to write songs for people who are, probably staying in on that Saturday night and they don't have their partner with them, or like they don't have somebody to love, or they might have gone through some heartbreak or some problem in their life and they just want some comfort. That's who I'm writing for.
Anuv, also tell me, like, are you thankful about how the industry has changed, that independent musicians and songwriters, singers, they're getting such great platform? What do you have to say about that?
I think it's brilliant. I think there's so much scope of improvement still, but I feel that it's the best that it has ever been till now. And I'm just riding this wave, honestly, because I just got into it at the right time when independent music and non-film music was just coming up. And I'm glad that I get to be in the forefront of that entire thing and just see whatever is going on and just like completely be a part of it and immerse myself in this entire thing. So I feel it's amazing. All the artists who are out there who are into non-film music and they are just doing so well. They're like their songs have now started coming in movies. So non-film music has become film music now, which is just brilliant, and I think it's crazy. Like, it's crazy what's going on.
Also very interesting that a lot of people never realized who the singer of these songs are. The faces were not known. That change has also happened, and what do you have to say about that?
See, I think singers have always been very popular. It's the songwriters that haven't really been that popular. The lyricists, the producers, the music producers, and the people who are writing these songs, they were the ones who did not have recognition. So I feel that because of non-film music, a lot of singer-songwriters are coming through and they are being heard. So because of that, I think the songwriter part or the songwriting aspect has become very popular now. That okay, this song is not just the voice anymore. There are lyrics as well. There's more to it. So I think that's why it's becoming like more and more popular. A lot of songwriters are coming out and they're putting their music out, which is just incredible.
Yeah. But film music has been facing this criticism that they are now making songs for reels. So because you are an independent artist, tell me how important is social media for your songs to go popular? Like, do you also take in consideration that would it work on reels? Would it work on maybe YouTube shorts?
Social media is extremely important. It's the most important thing. There's nothing beyond this. There's nothing above this. But when I'm writing songs, I do not think about any of that. I'm writing something that I think people would love to listen to, and I would love to listen to, my family would love to listen to. But when we are marketing it, we obviously try to find as many ways as we can. So we want to promote it on reels, we want to promote it on our posts, we want to put out videos, we want to do creative things around, like a release. So we obviously think about it, but it comes much later in the creative process. It doesn't start the creative process.
And tell me, do you have Bollywood dreams? Do you want your songs to be played on the 70mm screen someday?
Of course, who doesn't? Of course. We're all filmy people. I love drama, I love theatre, I love everything. So why not? But the thing is that, see, I've already had like one song that has been placed in a movie, which is Mazak, which was just done very recently. But we're still hoping that, people would look at my catalogue and they would feel that these songs can be placed, in movies. And I think that would be the right way for me, at least. I would love to sing for a movie as well, like someday, but only if the project is something that is in tune with, the kind of music that I make.
Right.
But right now, I would like my catalog to be placed in these movies, and we are hoping that, we get good projects or something. So let's see how that works out.
Anuv, also, of course, there's this lot of love that comes your way, but there would be criticism. People would call you auto-tune. That the tag just goes with independent singers, I think. How do you react to a certain kind of negativity? Maybe a video, maybe it's a bad day that you may not have sang that well, it just goes viral. How do you deal with all of that?
I know what you're talking about. Okay, everybody's seen it. Everybody knows about it. I just want to say that people, really need to like understand that we're all doing a job, and you can have 365 good days, and then you'll have this like one bad day. And that video is not even one bad day, it's a 30-second bad day. I think I did a very good job. I performed really well that day. And everybody who came for the show, they know that I did a good job. That's why there were a lot of people defending that video as well, that you don't even know how he sings. It was just a 30-second thing where I did not realize I started singing very high when I was not supposed to, because I was just in the moment. And it's all live. These are all live things. We are not pre-recording any of our set. The beauty of live is the mistakes and all the ups and downs that happen during the set. Otherwise, what's the point? If you want something robotic, if you want everything to sound pitch perfect, then let me just like go to a studio, pre-record the entire thing, and just give you the entire set, and I'll just like sit in the corner and just mint money. That is not how it's supposed to be. It's a live show. People make mistakes. 30 seconds of that doesn't define, the hundreds of beautiful shows that I've given to people, and they know the people have been there. They know that, these shows have been amazing. And again, what people don't understand is that I was singing Husn in that reel. Okay. And that was before I released the song. That was just me playing it randomly for, like my audience. I did not practice it. I did not realize what I was doing. I was just doing it for the love of, like, I'm just singing an unreleased song for you. Now I don't sing it that way. I know my limitations. I know I can't sing that high during shows, because you're singing 10, 12 songs, like over one hour, your voice gets strained. So that's why, but again, how do you explain it to people? You can't really reach everybody.
But people does it upset you?
See, in 2023 it used to, because it's not the first time that, things like these have happened. I have been receiving criticism and like hate over the last 1 year as well, which everybody does. There is nobody, it feels like a rite of passage, honestly, that every person who is becoming successful has to go through this phase or patch where they're just hated by everybody. And that was happening in 2023 as well. But that was a very difficult time, because that was very new for me. Suddenly, like I was once the most loved artist, this new upcoming kid who's, coming up, and then you go from that to, oh, this guy doesn't have any talent, this guy doesn't know anything, he's the worst artist that has ever, come across, like that we've ever come across, which is just saddening. So 2023 was very difficult, but now it doesn't bother me that much. I think I've just matured a bit. I've grown up. I've realized that my audience knows my
Yeah.
truth and they know how I sing and who I am as a person. And all of these new people who are coming in and they don't understand what I'm trying to do, they will have their doubts and criticism, but we're trying to convert them as well. And I promise I will convert you.
Amazing. Last two questions, Anuv. Tell me one Bollywood actor that you want your voice.
I always say Ranbir Kapoor, even though my voice is nowhere like similar to his. But I think my voice in the background of one of his like things would be amazing because he's my favorite actor.
Okay.
He's always been my favorite actor. So yeah, I love that. So maybe him.
Okay. And one Bollywood female actor who you want to swoon with your music.
It actually happened already.
Oh.
Alia Bhatt again is my favorite actress. I think she's the finest actress in the
Yeah.
country, honestly. All of everything that she's done so far has just been brilliant. And I feel she just shared my music like a few days ago. And I was like, oh my God, like my favorite actress in this country knows who I am and
Yeah.
she's hearing my songs. So I'm not going to say soon, but at least she's heard the music. So I'm very happy about that.
And if you could sing like one song for Alia, which one would that be?
She shared Alag Asman,
Yeah.
but through sources and through my team and everybody, I got to know that she loves Husn as well. So I'm just gonna like sing Husn, I guess, if I had to. So guys, this one is my latest song. This one is called Husn. देखो देखो कैसी बातें यहाँ की है साथ पर है साथ ना भी क्या इतनी आसान है देखो देखो जैसे मेरे इरादे वैसे कहाँ तेरे यहाँ थे हाँ कितनी नादान मैं मेरे हुस्न के अलावा कभी दिल भी मांग लो ना हर पल में मैं पिघल जाऊँ हाँ अब ऐसा ना करो कि दिल जुड़ ना पाए वापस तेरी बातों से बिखर जाऊँ हाँ Okay, so yeah, that was just
Amazing.